What's going on YouTube? It's Kyle Richardson here with another fitness video. I'm just going to play you some sort of training footage of me in the gym training legs and arms. We hit bicep, tricep, quadriceps, and we did also hit hamstrings, but I don't think that I've got any footage for that, which is a shame. My hamstrings were pretty much smoked at the end of the workout, at the end of doing legs, sorry, so I didn't really want to get any more footage, but we basically just did a leg curl. But today I'm going to touch on some muscular contractions, because you get 3 different types, and not a lot of people understand the different types of muscular contractions, so I'm going to try and break it down for you today the best that I can. So sit down with a notepad or something, notepad and pen, write down some key features of what I'm going to be talking about today, just so you can understand it a lot better and you don't have to go back and watch the video again. So yeah, I'm going to try and make every sort of video a topic, just so it will benefit you guys more, instead of just watching the same old footage and the same old sort of exercises that I'm going to be doing, because bodybuilding can be a bit repetitive, and watching the same sort of exercises can be a bit repetitive too. And I just want to keep you guys interested, and I want to sort of help you guys learn a bit more too, learn a bit more with me. So yeah, so muscular contractions, there's 3 types of muscular contractions. There's isometric, concentric and eccentric. So the first one I'm going to be talking about is isometric, and isometric contraction is the sort of your muscle contracts when staying the same length. So your muscle doesn't shorten, it doesn't lengthen in order to contract. And a great example of that would be doing the plank for your abdominals. If you've ever done the plank before, you basically get into like a press up position, or you can go on your elbows and you basically keep your back and your legs straight. Everything should be straight pretty much, and yeah, your abs basically contract, which obviously, as we all know, increases, it leads to rapid fatigue basically, which obviously increases the likelihood of DOMS, which therefore increases muscular strength, because the muscle will adapt, it will sort of adapt over time to cope with the force that you've previously given it, you're basically improving your strength, because that exercise will become easier and easier and easier, and that's when you got to start adding weight. So concentric muscular contractions is pretty simple, it's pretty straightforward. When you make any sort of movement, such as like a bicep curl, so with a bicep curl, obviously you shorten your muscle. If you've ever done a bicep curl before, your biceps, basically you start at the bottom, you come all the way up, and your muscle shortens in order to contract. So concentric is when your muscle shortens in order to contract, and they are sometimes known as the positive phase of the muscular contraction. And yeah, so your bicep pretty much contracts in order to pull your forearm up, shortening the muscle. So yeah, that's pretty much concentric. It's pretty straightforward. There's no other way of trying to break that down any simpler. It's basically just when you shorten your muscle in order for your muscle to contract basically, and you need your muscles to contract in order to gain muscular size, muscular strength, increase tendon strength, everything basically. So that's a really important one. We always do that without sort of noticing in our day-to-day lives, and same with isometric too, and same with eccentric, but I'm going to talk about that just now. So an eccentric muscular contraction is when your muscle lengthens in order to contract. So for example, again on a bicep curl, very straightforward example, everybody should understand it. When you come up, that's the concentric part of the motion. Now when you come down, that's the eccentric, so lengthening your muscle against maybe gravitational force or the force you've got in your hand. You're always going to be fighting against gravitational force, but adding weight is the main part of the sort of motion. That's going to, controlling that weight on the way down, it's going to basically lead to more muscular strength, more muscular size, and really it's probably the best for gaining muscle and gaining strength, because you're actually control it, like you're fighting against that resistance. And that's also known as the negative phase, the muscular contraction. So don't get that mixed up when people say, oh, this, you know, control the negative. You know, that's just the eccentric part of the moment, part of the movement. And you think of it just as in a minus, like your arm going down. So that's negative. Think of it from like 0 to minus, 0 to plus, and like middle is basically like the 0 part is pretty much easy. It's pretty easy to understand, but yeah, sometimes you just got to get your head around it. And yeah, that is really all 3 muscular contractions, the basic ones anyway. And yeah, I can't break them down any more like simpler for you guys. But if you didn't understand, again, get a notepad and pen, write some stuff down, or watch the video again to get it stuck in your head. If you're like a sort of auditory learner, then that's probably the best option for you. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Hopefully you've, you know, learned something, taken away something positive from this video instead of just watching some training footage. But hopefully you've learned something from the footage as well. I'm giving you guys a few ideas of what you can put into your training programs and your training sort of routines. And yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. I love reading comments when people comment. It always helps me out and gives me a bit of motivation to sort of push on further and push out more content for you guys. Drop a like rating if you've enjoyed the video, or a dislike if you didn't enjoy the video, and that obviously helps me out a bit more too, because then I know like what I'm doing wrong, what I'm doing right. And yeah, don't forget to share this video with all your friends and sort of family, if you know, help them out a bit more. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.